Now, which of the following is false with respect to Enforcement Directorate, ED? So, it consists of officers from IAS, IPS, IRS. It is true. Under the FEMA, okay, that Foreign Exchange Management Act 99, ED has quasi-judicial powers and can impose penalty if needed. Okay, that is true. And under PMLA Act 2002, ED can only investigate and arrest suspects, but court will decide the punishment. Okay, so two different acts are there under which it works, and under two different acts, it has two different powers also. That is also true. And it comes under the Ministry of Home Affairs is wrong because it comes under Department of Revenue, Ministry of Finance. Just now we studied Department of Revenue, right? It has CBDT, that direct tax, indirect tax, everything. It also has the Enforcement Directorate under it. Okay, this can be a question which UPSC can ask. It is a law enforcement agency, an economic intelligence agency responsible for enforcing economic laws and fighting economic crime in India. Okay, like in world level we have FATF and all. In India we have Director of Enforcement under Department of Revenue. It is a part of this thing. It composed of members from IRS, IPS and IAS. So you can also be part of ED if you clear any of this, and later maybe you will be posted there. The origin of this goes back to 1956. So it's a post-independence body when an enforcement unit was formed. Okay, in Department of Economic Affairs. That time it was under Department of Economic Affairs for handling exchange control law violation under this Foreign Exchange Regulation Act. So that time it was a different act, different department and all. Later it was moved to the Department of Revenue in the present day context. Okay. So in the year 1957, the unit was renamed as this thing. And the primary objective was the enforcement of two key acts. We have two acts. One is Foreign Exchange Management Act, which I told you they have some quasi-judicial powers and all, and then Prevention of Money Laundering Act, again in which they can decide the punishment. Okay, something is given here. Let me see. It can investigate and arrest suspects, but court will decide the punishment. So it can investigation powers are given under this Money Laundering Act. Okay, so these two are the things under which it performs or works in the Department of Revenue. And these are again static things like where is its headquarters, what are its officers. There's an all very rare chance that I will ask, but just have a glance through it. Okay. And for the trial of an offence punishable under this thing, central government in consultation with the Chief Justice of High Court designate one or more session courts as special courts. This court is called PMLA court. An appeal against any order passed by PMLA court can directly file in the High Court. So these are extra points I've given because sometimes they last like PMLA court directly goes to Supreme Court. It's not like that. It can be appealed to the High Court. Okay, Sessions Court, which is called PMLA court, and from there appeal will go to High Court. Okay, for cases under Section 4 of PMLA. Now